Okay, hello everybody. I can see there are two people here. Welcome. Let's do first a quick sound check. Okay, if you can hear me okay, just write me something in the chat. Okay, that's the chat. Other way, yeah, down there. Okay. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat. Let me write a note here just to check. Okay. Uh, if you can hear me, just let me know in the chat at the bottom. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Let's see. Okay, so it's just me at the moment. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to wait a little bit, okay, just to see if we get some participants, and then I will begin the lesson, which people will be able to watch after, obviously. So you will be watching later. Let's see. We do have another participant. Okay, if you could let me know. Can you hear me? I can see there are two people now. Yeah, thank you. Okay, very good. We have Robin, and I think we have somebody else as well. You can just say hello. Okay, tell me where you come from and why you've come to the class. Okay. Okay, it's just Robin. Okay, well, I'm going to start the lesson. Okay. So, very welcome. Thank you very much for joining us yet again. In this lesson, I have a message. Okay. Hello, Luis from Portugal. Welcome. Okay. I think you were here last time. Okay. And you gave me a correct answer. So welcome. Good to have you back again. Okay. So today's session is going to be about part one of the PET preliminary reading exam. We're going to focus on the grammar parts. Okay. Sorry, on part one of the exam. Yeah. Now, if you were here in the last class, okay, and Luis, you were here, we went through all of the parts of the reading exam with a bit less detail, but it was a kind of an overview. Okay, so that's a nice lesson to look at. But in this class, we're really focusing on that part one, which some people find a bit difficult. So hopefully I can help you here with this. So let's have a look. Let's get rid of this. Okay, as everyone can hear me. Let me select that and delete it. Okay. Now let's have a look at the exam again. Okay, we'll have a quick look at part one itself. So I'll just share that test. Okay, Luis, I know you were here last class, so this is just a refresher for you. Part one, it has 5 questions. Okay, you can see the format here. You normally have an image. okay? And you have to choose the correct answer, okay? A, B, or C. Which one corresponds? Which one is correct? Okay, so that's the first question. Second question, similar, okay? Different vocabulary and a different context. The third question, okay? The fourth question and the fifth question. Okay, now if we go up to the beginning, we can see the exam is 45 minutes. Now, I'll just unshare that. Okay, and we'll go back to my original screen. Now, the exam is 45 minutes, so it works out that you've got around 6-7 minutes per question. Okay. Now, obviously, if part one is one of the questions you find easier, you might try to spend 5 minutes. Okay. And you might need a few more minutes for one of the later questions. On the other hand, if part one is a question that you find difficult, then you might need to spend a bit more time, maybe 8 minutes. Okay. Now, here is what you're going to need to do this part of the exam, well, and all the reading exam. Okay, you need your B1 grammar knowledge. Okay, as I said in our last session, there is a list of B1 grammar and vocabulary, and you really need to have this in your head. You need to have good knowledge at B1 before you actually pay for the exam and sign up. Okay, if we remember, the pass mark in the exam is approximately 70%. Okay, so when you're doing the test, okay, and you're doing practice tests, if you are sure, really, you want to be getting around the 80% mark when you check your marks. If you're getting 80% in the exam, in your practice exams, then I think you can be confident to sign up for the exam and go for it. Okay. If you are getting 70%, for example, you have a chance that you might have a bad day. You might fail on the day. You might get 65. There might be a question that's difficult. So my advice would be, do not spend your money on the exam until you are ready and confident, until you're hitting that 80% in the reading, okay? And the listening, of course, yeah? Otherwise, you could lose the money, okay? You can give the money to me instead. I'll buy a surfboard. No, I'm joking. I don't want your money. But if you're not quite ready, you're getting 65s, 68, okay, you have a good chance that you might not pass. So take that money, use that money to buy yourself exam practice material, use the money to sign up for classes with Home Studies. We've got private or group classes, okay? So in short, you have to have that knowledge ready, okay? And you have to be hitting those pass marks for the exam. That's a little tip before we go into detail about part one. And I have another little bonus tip at the end of the lesson. So stay tuned, okay? Stay with me, okay? And you'll get that little tip at the end. You're very welcome, Robin, no problem. So B1 grammar knowledge, okay? Here is a list. Oh, don't want that. Here is a list, okay, of the typical B1 grammar points. Take a screenshot if you need, but you'll find it in any textbook. And as we said, think about your timing. Let's change that. That's a bit thin, isn't it? So let's have something a bit thicker. Yeah, nice and big. Yeah. Okay. So timing. Okay. And these two, a methodical approach, strategy. Okay. Very important. So that's what we're going to look at today. I am taking it that when you're doing the exam, you've got this knowledge, you're ready for the questions, and where I can help you is with the strategy and doing it as in the fastest, most efficient way possible. So let's get down to business. Let's start. Okay. Here is a little bit more detail on part one. Okay. 5 key points. All right. Underline key vocabulary in the question and answer. Okay. Look for connections. Look for things which have the same meaning. It might be grammar. Okay. You might have a sentence like you must do something in the answer, and then in the response, in the question, sorry, you might have you have to. Okay. Must and have to, they've got a similar meaning. There's a connection. Okay. So look for those connections, establish the connections, and eliminate incorrect answers. Okay. You will also see things which have a different meaning. Okay. And that way you can decide, okay, maybe A is not correct, or B is not correct, or C is not correct. I can eliminate it, and then I've got a 50% chance of getting it right. Okay. When you've finished, you should be nearly 100% sure you've got the right answer, because you're being very careful and meticulous about how you do it. Okay. So let's do this together. All right. Now I said part one should take about 6 to 8 minutes, but today it's practice, so we're gonna allow ourselves more time, okay, to do it in detail. The more you do these questions, the faster you get, and it becomes instinct, it becomes second nature, and you'll do things so quickly that you'll have the question done in 2 minutes. Really, you've got about a minute and a half per question. But today, and when you're practicing, give yourself that bit more time. Okay. Yeah. And then as you do more, you get faster. So let's start with this question. Okay. What do you think are the key words in the answers? Okay. But also in the question. Okay. Now, there are a couple of other people. There's Luis and there's someone else. Okay. Say hello if you feel you need to. Let's see. Okay, I've got Lewis, Robin, and I think there's someone else. Feel free to say hello. Okay, let me know you're here. Yeah. So I want you to have a look at this and decide what you think the key words are in the answers and the questions. All right. Now I'm going to do A for us. Okay. Okay. Football boots. Probably not, and good condition. Okay, yeah, you're on it, Lewis. Football boots. Okay, now I'm going to give you, let's see, let me give you a generous 2 minutes to do that. I'll share the screen back in a moment. Okay, I have a little timer. I'm getting a little bit more high tech. So if I can get my yes. Okay. So, right, I'll give you a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's it, Lewis. Okay. I'll give you a minute. Keywords in the answers and the questions. Lewis is already on it. He's on the ball. Okay. So keep them coming and we'll talk in a minute. Okay. We've gone slightly over a minute. I'm just looking for. All right. Okay. Yes, yes, well done, Robin. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there and I'll go through it. Let me stop my timer. Okay, get rid of that. Now I will go back and I'll share the screen in large form. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Uh, right. So well done, Lewis and Robin. You were on the ball. Okay. You were absolutely right with your keywords. So let's jump to the next page and have a look at what I've got. Okay, which which is similar to your ideas. Okay, so we've got our key ideas, and you are probably starting to see which things connect, which things are correct in the answers and the question, or which things match, which ideas match, if you like. Okay, and you may have seen which ideas do not match, which brings us to this point of the old distractors. Cambridge always put distractors in. They love them. Okay. I think I mentioned this in my last class. They always do that. Okay. This question, there's one correct answer and there's two answers which are there to trip you up. Okay. So, um, can anybody find a distractor for me? Can you find something in the answer? Okay. In the answers over here, which is similar to something in the question, but it has a different meaning. I'll just give you a minute to think about that. Don't worry if you can't find it, okay? Or if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll demonstrate it in a moment. But if you are, okay, what are the ideas in the answers A, B, or C which are similar but have a different meaning or a different idea to the question? Okay, a distractor is something which is designed to give you the wrong idea. Okay. Right, I can see. Okay, Louis. Yes, interesting language there. Yes, okay. Uh, yeah, they're not in good condition. Okay, which means they're bad quality. Okay, so that's interesting that you've mentioned that. Okay, not probably not in good condition. Okay, in other words, they're bad quality. Okay, now we talk about the condition. Okay. Um, Never worn. Okay, never worn. He has never worn them, which this idea matches with uh, good condition, right? Okay, but okay, we've got this negative here, okay, and that is our distractor, okay. So if they're not in good condition, as Lewis has said, they're bad quality, okay, they are definitely they definitely have been worn, okay. So let's so what does that mean? That means that A is definitely wrong, okay. Yeah, uh, and so we can cross out A. Okay, let me just let me get my pen here. Okay, there we go. And we can, yeah, joyfully cross out A. Okay, yeah. Now, let's have a look at the other one. Okay, C is the other one. Now, look at this. C, size 42. This is mentioned both in the text and the answer. Okay, that is a classic distractor because you have the same word. Okay, let's put this up here. Distractors often use the same word, okay, in the text as in the answers. Okay, now, okay, now if we look at it in a bit more detail, okay, we will see, okay, okay, he's keen to obtain new football boots. Okay. So in other words, Jack wants football boots. Okay. Obtain means uh, get. Okay. Yeah. Buy. All right. Now, yeah, save that. Okay. We look over here. Okay. In the text, the boots are for sale. He doesn't want to buy boots. He wants to sell boots. Okay. So that is our distractor there. Okay. So as Lewis has kind of said, uh, A cannot be correct. Okay, because they're not in good condition. Okay, which is the opposite of never worn. Okay, and as we said, C cannot be correct. Okay, because he wants to sell them, not buy them. Okay, they're for sale. He does not want to obtain them. So this leaves us with B. Okay, we double check. Okay, we make sure that we're 100% sure. Yeah, Jack may be prepared to accept less than 25 euros. Okay, 25 euros or nearest offer. Okay, the sense of nearest offer is that I will accept a bit less if needed. Okay, the person who offers me the best offer I will accept, even if it's below 25. Okay, so we've done this rather very carefully. Okay, and that is the approach you should be taking. Okay, now let me just use the eraser here. We'll get rid of that. Okay. Good stuff, Luis. Okay, my Portuguese is not fantastic, but there might be a word in Portuguese that's similar. Okay, or obter maybe, or I might be inventing stuff. But yeah. Okay, so in short, underline key vocab in the question and answer. Look for those connections, establish the connections, eliminate the incorrect answers. Watch out for these distractors, okay, which can give you the wrong impression, and double check your answer when you're, make sure you're 100% sure. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That took us about 5 minutes, but the more you do, the faster you will get. Okay. And as I said in the last lesson, let me just find my slide. Here we go. Okay. I like to repeat these tips because sometimes people forget them. I know you were here, Lewis, and a couple of other people may have been here. Let me know if you've joined me, guys. Write a note in the chat. Once you have your answer, okay, in the exam, go straight to the question, the answer paper, and shade in your answer, okay? Because you must complete the answer sheet, and it's not something you want to do at the very end of the exam, at the last minute, okay? Do it at the same time, okay? Yeah, transcribe your answers onto the answer sheet while doing the exam and not after. Okay, good. So let's go back. Okay, so we had our answers there. Okay, now basically the way we have done this, we've done it very meticulously and thoroughly, very carefully. We've covered all bases, like in baseball. Yeah, we've got someone here, we've got someone here, we've got someone here, we've got someone here. Okay, this is a nice little B2 phrase. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the lesson. Okay, I'll give you this is a hint to the tip I'm going to give you at the end of the lesson. Okay, we'll come back to that. But this strategy covers all the bases. In other words, it's meticulous, careful, and thorough. Okay, yeah, cover all bases, be super careful. Okay, and meticulous, okay, in the way you do something. Okay, there we go. That's a little, oops, let's move that over here. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, Lewis, yes. Is this a phrasal verb? It's not. It's what's called an idiom. Okay, um, or a fixed expression. All right. In other words, Lewis, it's an expression that you don't change. It's always got all and bases. Okay, and because it comes from sport, it's figurative. Okay, it means that you take an idea from sport and you apply it, you use it in another situation. Exactly, an idiom. Yeah, yeah. Okay. um, so let's have a look at some other questions. Okay, we've done this, we've done it all together. We've done a question all together, very methodically, covering all bases. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to have a go at another question. Okay, so yeah, let me unshare and share a moment. Okay, so let's share uh, this one. Yeah, because I want a timer. Okay, now up. Okay, reset that quickly. Okay, no, I want to stop. Yeah, there we go. Set. There we go. Oh, we're on 0. Right, guys. So take a screenshot if you need to. Okay, or you can just make a note. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to decide what the key vocabulary is in the question and answer. Just 1 minute. Okay, do that first. You can, if you want, you can write in the chat if you want to, but you don't have to. No problem if you don't. Okay. Oops. All right. I'm going to stop there. Okay. Now, this is not particularly difficult, really. If I was in an exam and I was in your case, I'd do this extremely quickly. Okay. Notice board, details, art classes. Students should only go if they wish to do painting. Classes will not be held in here until painting is finished. Okay. Art room, no classes here. Okay. For students until further notice. Workmen are painting the room. Okay. So now that we've got our keywords. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll write the instruction on a note. Actually, that'll be a bit easier. Okay. Take time. Take 2 minutes to establish the connections. Okay. If you notice distractors, in other words, okay, ideas in the answers which are different to the text, eliminate the answers. Okay. And this time I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. Okay, so let me call up my timer. Okay, I'll reset that. Yeah, reset. And I give you 2 minutes. Okay. Which ideas are similar? Which ideas are not and distractors? So we can eliminate our answers and maybe decide on the correct answer. Yeah. Okay, Luis, you've put your idea there, B and C, so not A. Robin, you're going for A. Okay. Right, we've got the idea of a notice board. Okay, let's just pause here. Okay. Um, what is a notice board? Okay, and what is a notice? Now, these two words, a notice board and a notice, are similar, aren't they? Okay, in terms of what we can see, notice and notice board. Okay, but when we refer to notice board, okay, that's it. Let's 1 second. Yeah, a notice board is. Hold on. Yeah, this is a physical board with papers on it. Okay, and news. Okay. Uh, Notice, or especially further notice, okay, means news. Okay. So there is a difference in meaning, okay, and I would call this a distractor. Yeah. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, and start discounting some ideas. So um, let's have a look at the answer. No classes here. Okay, for students until further notice. In other words, you have to wait until you are told. Okay, workmen are painting in the room. All right, so the room is not available at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look. See the notice board nearby for details about art classes. Okay, now there's nothing really here about a board or something to give you details about art classes. So we're not sure about this yet. Okay, let's use rubber here. Okay. Yeah, let me put that on a note. Okay, um, nothing in the answer. Sorry, nothing in the text about looking at a board. Yeah. Okay, Luis. Okay, right. So we're not sure about that. Okay. Well, we maybe put a question mark there. Okay. Now let's have a look at B. Okay. Students should only go into this room if they wish to do some painting. Okay. They should only go if they want to do some painting. Well, who is doing the painting? It's not students. It's workmen. Okay, and it also says no classes here, right? So pretty sure that that's wrong. All right. So then, okay, Luis, classes will not be held in here until the painting is finished. Yeah. Okay. So this fits with no classes until further notice because workmen are painting the room. Okay. The, the notice board on the left. Sorry, Luis, I'm not sure what you mean with that question. Could you rephrase that for me, if that's okay? Which is not written. Sorry. What looks like a notice board? What exactly do you mean? If you could explain a bit more, if you don't mind. Uh, oh, I mean, we can have a quick look. I can show you what a notice board is if there's. Oh, the question itself. Okay, yes. So, yeah, the question itself. We've got the notice board here. Okay. Um, Yeah, okay, so this does look like a notice board. Okay, yes, yeah, you're right, Luis. But that's not what the text tells you, is it? That's a good point. Yeah, it does look like a notice board, but we're looking for the instruction in the text. Okay, yeah, so you're right, but we are looking at the ideas in the text. Yeah, yeah, rather than the physical shape of the question. Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, a bit of a distractor, a good example of a distractor there. Let's try one more and see how we do. Okay. And then we can have a look at a tip. Okay. Right. So, no problem, Luis. You're welcome. So, the same again. All right. I'll give you maybe 3 minutes. Okay. Underline keywords, look at connections. Be careful with things which are similar, like we saw notice and notice board. Okay. Similar words, but not the same idea. Okay. So, take your time to look at the ideas, establish what is similar and what isn't. Okay. So, I'm going to call up my timer. Yeah, I'll give you about 3 minutes. All right. Don't rush. Don't commit to the answer until you are 100% sure. Okay. I'm just going to, okay. Don't write your answer until the 3 minutes are up. So everybody has a chance. Um, okay, about 1 more minute, guys. Okay, let's see what we've got. So, um, right, what do you think, guys? Okay, Luis has gone for C. Anybody else? You're welcome to write what you think the answer is. You may agree with Luis, you may not. Okay, good. Okay, so Luis has given an answer. Robin has eliminated an answer. So Robin's got a 50% chance. Okay, if he thinks A is definitely not the right answer. Okay, right. You've got something from Luis and something from Robin. Last chance. Anybody else? Okay, right. Luis and Robin are both right. Okay, now instead of me explaining, Luis, first, can you tell us why you chose C? That's the correct answer. Tell us why, if you can. Just type a little, a little reason. Can you do that, Luis? And Robin as well, if you can write why you think it's not A. Right, excellent, Luis. Yeah, on the ball. Okay. Can we invite friends who aren't pupils? All right, which is the same idea as anyone from out school. Yeah, okay, exactly. Yes, well done, Luis. Okay, and of course, she's asking. So our question's important, isn't it? The question in the text is super important. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but that's the question. Yeah. So I mean, when it says asking, we want to be paying attention to that question for our answer. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Asking. Yeah. So, yeah. Well done, Luis. You're absolutely right. Okay. And Robin has said not A. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can see why Robin has done that. Sarah is asking whether Jane is bringing any friends. Okay. Let me change the color so as not to confuse you guys. Okay. So, not A because it's the opposite situation. Exactly, Robin. Okay. And She's she's in fact asking Sarah's asking if she can bring her friend. Yeah, Tony. She's not asking if Jane can bring a friend. So absolutely right, Robin. Well done. And in fact, that's that distractor again, isn't it? Okay. The words are the same here, friend and friend, but it's the opposite situation as Robin has pointed out. Okay. So yeah, well done, guys. Really good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah, good stuff. So let's move it on, okay? As time is ticking. So we've reflected on the best approach for that, okay? You underline the key vocab, as I said, look for those connections, establish the connections, eliminate the incorrect answers, okay? And when you're 100% sure that you've eliminated two and you're definitely sure that you have the answer, you've got your connections, okay, then you can go for it. Yeah. Now, as I said at the beginning, sorry, I'll stop moving. As I said at the beginning, in reality, you've got about 2 minutes for each of these questions. Okay. 1 minute and a half, maybe. All right. But if you do them a lot, if you practice, you'll get faster. Okay. And you'll start to it'll become like instinct. All right. You'll underline very quickly. Bang, bang, bang. This is a connection. No, this is a distractor. It looks similar. It's not the same. Cross out, tick, done. On to the next question. Okay. So well done, guys. Thank you for your input and your ideas. We had a challenging question. I'm glad that it came up because we were able to look at where you were going wrong. And then the next question, the same guys got it right. So excellent stuff. Right. Now, as we're coming to the end of the lesson, I said I'd give you another little bonus tip. I use this expression, which is a B2 phrase. Okay. and you won't see it in any B1 book. But if you are confident of your B1 level, and you want to get some extra marks in the writing and the speaking, okay, bring in a couple of nice B2 phrases, okay, in your speaking and writing to pick up extra marks. Okay, now I'm I'm teaching. Sorry, I'm teaching the reading here, but this is a useful little tip for the writing and the speaking. Okay, if you're confident, do it. Go for it. Okay, couple of nice little phrases. Yeah. Oh, we need to cover all bases with the homework. Okay, it's quite difficult. Yeah, put that in the letter. Okay, but if you're going to do that, okay, sorry, if you're going to do that, make sure you can use it correctly. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, um, if you like this video and it's useful, and you want more help, okay, do sign up for classes with us. Okay, our teachers will go through things in detail, and you can get a few of these nice B2 phrases to put into your speaking and writing, and of course help you continue to develop with your reading exam and the listening exam as well. Okay, yeah, please subscribe. Okay, if this was useful, please give it a like, set your alarm bell, okay, so that you're notified about the next session. We have the live streaming videos every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, okay, every Tuesday as well. And there are also my own videos, okay, with home studies that give you some other tips as well. So have a look at those when they come out. They come out every week. Keep an eye out for them, set your alarm bell, and you'll get them, okay. I'm going to wrap up here with this phrase, can't wait to see you soon. Okay, sorry, let's choose a different color. Another nice little phrase to end a letter. Okay, nice phrase to end your letters in the written part. Okay, I'll finish there, but if you have, but I'll wait a couple of minutes, and if you have any questions, please write them to me in the chat. Okay, so I'll just hang on a couple of minutes. You're welcome to leave, and I'll say thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again. But if you do have a question, now's the time just to write it in the chat, and I'll answer you now. Okay, so I'll just hang on a minute. Okay. Otherwise, you can say goodbye, say bye-bye to me in the chat if you want, and hopefully I'll see you next time. See, is any questions, guys? Good question, Luis. And the answer is no, you cannot. Okay. You can only bring an HB pencil. Okay. A pencil, basically. Yeah. So you won't be able to color code. Okay. You can write all over the exam. Okay. You are marked on what you write in the question paper. Okay. So just to go back to have a quick look, I've got the question paper here somewhere. Let's have a quick look. All right. Sorry to make you dizzy. Right. So you will get marked on what you write here. Okay. Which is why you always make sure you transcribe. Okay. And yes, Robin has asked me, can you underline in the exam paper? You can underline here. Of course, you can write all over it. Yeah, okay. Um, you can do whatever you want within reason. Okay, whatever helps you to establish the answer. Okay, this is not what is looked at. This paper goes into a machine which checks your responses and collects your marks. Okay, so here, underline, draw, circle, do whatever you need to do to help you see the answer clearly. Okay, yeah, good questions, guys. But this is where you're marked. Yeah. And of course, you should not underline anything here. The only thing that you do here is you use your pencil, okay, your black pencil, and you just color in the circles, okay, for the correct answer. We've been doing part 1. Yeah, okay, right, good questions, guys. Thank you very much, and I'm sure the group appreciates that. Any more questions? I'll just type that to Robin just in case as well. So yes, Robin, you can underline in the question paper, okay, but not the answer sheet. Okay. Yes, Luis. Yeah, yes, Luis. You can. You should. In fact, you must bring a rubber. Okay. Yeah. I mentioned this in the last class in the breakdown. Pencil and a rubber. Okay. Yeah. Of course, answer sheet correction is possible. Yeah. Yeah. Rub out. Rub out what you have written, and shade in the correct answer. Okay. That is absolutely fine, Luis. Okay, so if you wanted to, if you think, oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Okay, in fact, it's A, so I'm going to rub this out. Yeah, okay, and just use my pencil. Okay, to do B instead. Yeah, okay, and that's no problem. Yeah, as long as you rub it out very clearly. Okay, is that okay, guys? Any more questions? Some good questions there from Luis and Robin. Okay, well, I think I'm going to finish or to wrap up. Yeah. So as I said, thank you very much for joining me. Okay, please do subscribe. Okay, like, sign up for the classes with Home Studies if you need to, and if not, um, keep coming back to the videos. All right. Thanks very much, guys. Look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye, guys.